All right, welcome. My name is Alex Mars. You may know me from TikTok, Instagram. I do album reviews, music video reactions, song videos, anything pop music related. I'm your guy. And tonight we are sitting down to react to Ariana Grande's brand new album, Petal. This is her 8th studio album. It has been led off with Hate That I Made You Love Me, the lead single off this album. Ariana is out right now on the Eternal Sunshine tour supporting the 2024 album Eternal Sunshine, which on most days is my favorite Ariana album. I've returned to it way more than probably any of her other records over the last 2+ years since it came out. But I have been a longtime Ariana Grande fan pretty much since before she even put out an album. I remember watching her on Victorious. I remember when The Way first came out with Mac Miller, and then was very closely watching her rise to superstardom throughout the My Everything era. I vividly remember when Break Free came out and like turning it on and hearing it for the first time and thinking, oh my god, the outro is so jarring. There's no way this is gonna be a big hit on radio because it's way too out there. Even though it's Zed and Zed's doing well, it's a little bit more out there into EDM, and I was so happy to be wrong with that one. One Last Time was my favorite on that album. It hit like right at the perfect time for me personally, and I've just been so tuned in. She's one of my all-time favorite artists. The rollout so far with the Petal era has been interesting to say the least. Hate That I Made You Love Me came out back in April, I think it was, and I honestly didn't love it when I first heard it. When you have a favorite artist, you go to them for specific reasons, specific types of music. And Ariana has never really been the artist that I've gone to for like a moody mid-tempo moment. I'm usually going to her for a deep, like yearning, powerful vocal moment, or like an absolute bombastic pop smash hit like Into You, God Is a Woman, Thank You Next, Seven Rings, all of that. So when I first heard it, I was a little like, where are we going with this era so far? And fortunately, from what I've heard of snippets that have come out from the Petal music video, from Ariana performing Petal, and tonight she performed Like I Do, I'm like really turning around for this one. I'm very excited. I kind of like the fact that I don't really know what we're going to get with this album outside of it being more angry, more vocally and lyrically transparent, more just thrashing and rage. And she said in interviews that she's tapped into a side of her that she never really felt comfortable with sharing before because she didn't really feel like it was right for her to do so. And now those training wheels are off and we are going headfirst into this new album together, you and I. So if you are watching this on YouTube, the full-length, completely unedited version of this entire album reaction is only available on my Substack. You can find it at itsalexmars.substack.com. And over on Substack, there's the free tier and the pay tier. The free tier gets you access to a weekly newsletter that drops every Friday called Now Spinning, where I go through the latest and greatest of that week's New Music Friday. I'll share some content that I put out that week, a reminder of what's happened in the music industry that week, which leads me to the paid side of things. That for $5 a month, you get access to every single reaction I pretty much have ever done, completely unedited, uncut, unfiltered. It is there in its entirety for you. The archive is full up until I think it started last August. So every reaction I've done for almost a year now is on Substack. In addition to that, you get every Tuesday a paid weekly newsletter called Pop Pulse, which goes into the latest music industry news stories of the week. Who's announced a tour, who's announced a new album, single. I go through an entire schedule of every new release coming that week, the next week, and in the weeks to come. Content that you may have missed from my artist interviews or from new music reactions. All of this is included in Pop Pulse. You get plenty more where that came from for the $5 a month, and you can support me as a full-time content creator. This is my job. Everything you're seeing is done by yours truly, so I appreciate the support. I'm gonna stop blabbering now because I cannot wait to listen to this album. I was really hoping this would be a local release, and it is not. I am up. It is almost midnight, and I'm ready to have my life changed. Let's do this. I'm so excited. All right, ready for it? 3, 2, 1, go. Spacey. Holy production. We just break. Whoa! I feel like I'm in a fucking rocket ship. Jesus Christ, that was loud. I haven't even heard a word yet.
Society, desperate for remedy. Empathy, fixes reality.
Punchy.
I don't believe. Give me something.
This is way more upbeat than I was anticipating right out the gate. The harmony. God, these synths! It's grimy. It's like so much darker than the chorus. Wow, this is by far the most upbeat album opener since Blazed, if you want to call it that. It's like end of the world almost, like sorrow-filled, but she's looking for someone to bring her out of it and to get out of this sick world almost. It's giving Chromatica. And the production in this part right here is reminding me of David, Lord, the like spaciness and the spacing between it all. Damn, those harmonies were lush. I can't tell if it's the mix that is in my AirPods or if the mix is just like a little off, but it could just be a me problem. That is, without a doubt, her most upbeat album opener in, I can't even think about how long, probably ever. I'm trying to think of the track list for her earlier albums, but like anything pre-Sweetener. Is Dangerous Woman the first song on that album? Probably. Like, this is an upbeat album opener. It's super synth heavy, and that hook is real catchy in that beginning of the chorus. It gives me like, you know, this is goodbye. It's like end of the world. It's fatalist. It's drama, but it's like so enticing. And I think what's nice is that right out of the gate on this first song, you can hear the difference between Eternal Sunshine and Petal already, that this is darker and grimier and like a return to Ariana Grande, the pop star that we had before all of Wicked happened, whereas Eternal Sunshine and Wicked had this like glossy sheen all over it. This already feels like downer in the dumps, but like not in a sad way, just more closer to earth. Even though that whole production sounded like you were levitating, it felt like I was picturing while she was singing Supernatural, like on the tour when she levitates up. All right, so we know this one. This is track 2, Hate That I Made You Love Me.
That I will find my way from you, like flowers from a tomb, while you decide who you are.
Yeah, clearly this song has grown on me, guys. Very clearly has grown on me since the first production. I still stand by the fact that this is arguably like a weaker lead single in her discography. I don't think this screams lead single, but given now that we're going to hear in the concept of the album, I'm curious if I'll still feel that way, if it makes sense to have been a single. Because this part right here pisses me off, I'll tell you why. It is the exact same like space and drop that is in We Can't Be Friends for the moment of silence. Me and my truth be sit in silence. Same exact thing. Like, I get it. It works. It's grown on me. It's still not my favorite song she's ever done. I wish she went for it vocally a little bit more than just like right here. And it's like a backing ad lib. Basically is where she goes from. All right. Track 3, title track, Petal. She's obviously been teasing this one. She performed it live on tour during the Eternal Sunshine tour the other night and again tonight. And this is going to be the first official listen of the studio version. Let's do it. Petal.
Trying to feel something real to cry again.
Nice little run there.
Artist needs tears to write again. It's all of my favorite stories end in some kind of catastrophe. But I
the pluckiness
don't
reminds me of
to save me. It's such a fuck situation.
Ooh.
Bass.
Holy falsetto! I love the commentary on Celebrity. Oh, I want this to hit a little harder. Oof.
But this time feels so very different. This is not a grand photo. A couple million for my heart like a penny. But I am not a victim, bitch. I'm practically drowning in my blessing.
Damn, she's back, dude.
Tired of dancing in these pictures of a life that isn't mine. Trying different boys and precise. If this is my curse, I'll let it ride. All of my favorite
ride.
stories.
Nice word choice.
And in some kind of catastrophe. catastrophe.
I'm ready for that falsetto chorus to come back. That was so unique.
It's such a fuck situation.
Oh, the spacing there. Wow, we're slowing down for the chorus. I didn't even realize that first time. Wow, her delivery here is everything. Wow, that's a fun chorus. Oh! I like the distortion. I just wish it hit more. Like, take what Charlie did with Card Declined, with that kind of distortion, and push it in more. There is no Ariana Grande song that sounds anything remotely close to this one. Damn, I want to hear that again now. I'm not going to because we need to go to sleep soon. However, that was wildly different. I really liked the writing on that one and her vocal performance. This was strong. Definitely the strongest one of the three so far. Trying to feel something real to cry again. They say the artist needs tears to write again. Like, that's such a real fucking thing to say as an artist, as a songwriter, that people always like to say that the best music comes from heartbreak. And it's like, if you aren't sad, if you're in a happy place, that must be confusing if you're a writer and you have that level of stress on your mind. Because all my favorite stories end in some kind of catastrophe, but I don't need someone to save me because it's music and I will never die. It's taking the fatalist approach that was introduced on Kiss Me and proving like it's not going to be that ending that you think it is. I like that. It's such a fucked situation. Pedal in the pavement just as long as she keeps getting it right. Such a convenient conflation. I feel like a fucking moron. What is conflation? The merging of two or more sets of information text ideas into one. Maybe it's like a commentary on like the whole homewrecker thing and how she just is like had ruined that marriage and her own, yada yada. This record in rotation, like it just keeps coming around. It's the same story every time. As long as she gets the ovation each night, heartbreak won't bite. This is paradise. I wonder like the perspective she's taking. Like, it's such a contradiction here that she's explaining how like the pain and the hurt is there, but it's like she has the human side of her, but then at the same time, that performer is the other half of it. This is very like lyrically dense, and I feel like I need to read through this a bunch, but that was great. Track 4, Stay.
Wait, baby, take your time. You got me
vocals are
so
right up front.
like you. I'm falling for you. What do I do?
Damn, she sounds good.
Stay this time. I really I should stay this.
I feel like there are utensils in the kitchen like playing together.
I just wanna stay this time, but can you keep
Interesting
me
production.
safe this time? Stay.
Okay, we added a lot to the chorus here this time.
But can you keep
A lot.
me
It's like one extra bar.
this is tight, hard to reach, but oh my, I don't wanna be just another corrective experience. Tongue tied, hard to speak, but hard to speak.
Just close your eyes and in all these little vocal jabs
And
are
you
like,
never by your side. But baby, I just wanna stay
I want that drum hit to come through again.
time. But can you keep me safe this time? Stay.
That was quick. I mean, that was less than 2:30, and you kind of felt it on that. Not that it was bad, like, it just comes so quick, it just happened. That, to me, is just more of, like, a straight down the line kind of pop song, but more so, it reminded me, not lyrically and thematically at all, but something in the styling of it reminded me of Don't Want to Break Up Again, and I love that song, Eternal Sunshine. I like that, like, from a production palette, 4 songs into this album, we're a third of the way through already, that it is unlike anything she's done before. This is a new territory, and I'm so happy that 8 albums in, she's at a place where she's taking that kind of risk. And not that Eternal Sunshine was like safe by any means, but it was more like straight down the line synth pop for the most part. And this is like taking it to the next level. This is not holding anything back anymore. I really like the juxtaposition of stay and safe, both being like S words and being in the chorus together. I want you to stay this time, but will you keep me safe? Like, she's had plenty of people who come through who've stayed, some probably longer than they should have, but will you be the one to actually keep me feeling protected? That's poignant, dude. Boy, I need you all the time. Make it mine, make it mine. Way too good to be true. Can't find nothing wrong with you. I'm falling for you. What do? I just want to stay this time. Now, really, I should stay this time. Stay. Safer. Fine. Good. Oh, well. Bubbly. Oh, this is a different producer. Davide Rossi.
This beginning.
Whoa.
It's the end to feel, I just don't know what to say.
Picking up the pace.
Minds and hands are gathered around, dressed as friends. Hear you in the silence. Oh hey, you know I bury on my mind, and it's okay. Just our mind. Good things can replace dysfunction, obsession, friends I used to need, but now the bad guys all go to hell. Good things can replace dysfunction, obsession.
God, these stacks are like sending a chill up my spine.
Good luck on your way to hell.
Who is this about?
Well, you don't even know me, no way. I want to believe in love I never got is real. So I find it in you. But don't worry, cause I'll keep getting breakup songs about you. Replace dysfunction, obsession, friends I used to
I need an acapella this part right here. Very like touching almost.
Good things can replace dysfunction, obsession, things, but
Oh my god, come on. The strings coming in there too, dude.
Oh, well, good luck, darling. Can't stop growing so away from you.
Damn, was it that bad?
Let's see who I can be without you.
Ooh. We are having fun with the production. I am here for this change up. I love these choices they're making. I wish the mix was better. Something's off. Ah, the strings. It's like the outro of We Can't Be Friends. And I love her spliced up vocals here. Guys, I'm fucking impressed. Lyrically, I feel like Eternal Sunshine really went like for the jugular. It was brutal. I always come back to the lyric on Don't Want to Break Up Again. I'm like, I fall asleep crying, you turn up the TV, you don't want to hear me. That is scathing. That hurts. And then you have like We Can't Be Friends. You have True Story. The Boy's Mind playing that character. I Wish I Hated You is like brutal and perfect for you. This writing so far doesn't seem to be going for that emotional jugular as intensely, as brutally as Eternal Sunshine did. Not that it takes anything away from it. I'm just comparing because I was just on live and people were like, how are you going to choose between Eternal Sunshine and Petal? Because Eternal Sunshine is my favorite album. I'm just comparing the two since it's also the thing we came off most recently. The writing style is different, but like I think the big thing to take away from this album so far, 5 tracks in, is that the production landscape is completely pretty much new territory for her. There are inklings of things that are reminiscent of her past. You got a little bit of 7 Rings on Petal. You have a little bit of We Can't Be Friends, Twilight Zone coming in here with a little touch it energy here. The dark foundations that she had laid, more so on Dangerous Woman, are coming back into play here. And it reflects the black and white album cover. I get this within the lore of her world, but I'm also trying to think of how this album will be received in the context of what's working in pop music right now and more generally. Like when you're reading a review of this album, is it going to be squarely focused on the Ariana Grande of it all, or is it going to be focused on the external of it all? It's going to be a blend of both, but I'm thinking it's more so from the external. It's really interesting, the landscape that they're playing with. It's not at all what I was anticipating, and I'm really glad that I can be surprised. All right, let's keep going. Big feelings, people. It's like a TV signal, the antenna at the top trying to get the right station. That's what it sounds like.
Baby, what's your karma like? 'Cause boy, you must have earned me historically.
This feels like yours truly. I need to start over. Sorry, that just like really took me out of the moment. Hold on.
Or you could blame the moon, not blame the tides. Plus he's so sweet, a tear fell from his eye.
Oh, God.
Was it something I said?
Oh, she's confident.
I think I give him big feelings. Big feelings. I know I get a big. There are worse things that I could do.
Wait, this is what Taylor thought she was doing with Roy. Let's be real here. This chorus is all over the place.
Or you could blame the stars or blame your sun. The sex is about to make a grown man cry. They need to break down.
This is like a yours truly rendition of Dandelion. That is what I'm gathering so
I
far.
think I give him big feelings. Big feelings. I know I get a big. There are worse things that I
like all overlapping genres. This production is like keeping me on the edge of my seat the whole time.
I know it can be so hard sometimes for me to stop it. Once you express yourself, I can become so aquatic.
Aquatic?
I've been told of healing properties.
Oh God.
So baby, can you promise me that you'll handle
That your
me
vocals are like
properly?
slithering.
I'll give you big feelings. Big feelings, I know I'll give you the worst things that I could do.
Interesting how restrained vocally she is. There's not hearing a belt. This is when you normally hear her go for a huge belty ad lib. It's more subtle with the vocal approach this go around. It's a nice change up again because you can expect so much from her. Like I just said, like that is at a perfect point where she would have gone for a huge vocal ad lib and she didn't. And I appreciate the fact that we're not just doing Ariana Grande like AI. Like we're not just doing a formulaic version of Ariana Grande's music. Listen, big feelings. That is what Taylor Swift thought she did with Wood. But like that is convincing because Ariana had laid the foundation that she is a person who brings her sexuality and her emotions of that sort into her music. And that worked for me from that perspective. Production was enticing. I like how like glitchy and it's very like sonically cohesive and production wise cohesive as an album so far. I don't love that chorus, especially the "there are worse things I could do." That line, it interjects in a place that isn't leaving enough space between the lines that come before and after it. It felt like it was just shoved in there and it felt like it took you out of the melody a little. Didn't love that choice, but still enticing. Like it's still a good Ariana Grande song, which is better than half the shit that's coming out these days from people who are not nearly as talented as her. Freak. This is one that I have been very excited for just purely based on the name. That's all I'll say. Again, like the static-iness. It's the TV antenna. Sounds dreamy. Sounds dreamy.
Baby, will you come with me nowhere? Hold me lower. Someday all the seas will open. All of the life has been denied us. We'll bloom all around and frozen. How will
Feels a little imperfect for you.
How will it feel? I won't give you your fantasy this time. Can you give me now? Wake me when all this shit is over.
That literally could be the line of her entire like discography. Wake me when all this shit is over.
I'm in that poison, never sober. I don't know her. Someday all the seas will open. All of the human life I've dreamt of.
Oh, interesting parallel. All the lives I've been denied of. All the human life I've dreamt of.
How will it feel? How will it feel?
I like that, Brie.
Won't give you your fantasy this time. But can you give me now? Lost without your light.
Big pivot.
I can't leave beside this so peculiar. Won't you stay a while without you?
Thematically, I'm a little confused with like the story arc, if there is one.
So I can't leave you now. I won't give you your fantasy this time.
Harmonies are so subtle but gorgeous.
I won't do what you say.
Freak. I don't get it. Yeah, lyrically, I'm a little lost at points. Not following the narrative arc as clearly as I did on the last album, but I like that we're really dissecting the line between like her public persona, her private persona, like Charlie did on the song of that name, but like about what her actual life is like behind the curtain. And I like that she unveiled that curtain, like the impact of being a public performer, of being on stage, like she said on the title track, the ovation. Like she gets her ovation every night. That pre-chorus, the second pre-chorus was gorgeous. Someday all the seeds will open, all the human life I've dreamt of will be real. If I start over, how will it feel? It's very fatalist It's very like end of the world, picture another place, like get me out of here type vibe. And I'm here for the vision of it. I just don't know if the execution on this one was perfect, but like it's been a few in a row that I'm like, okay, yeah, they're good. They're good. I'm not saying this is like so far the best album she's ever made. I'm not saying these are like the best songs she's ever written, but like they're great. Like they're great songs. They're great pop songs. They're good Ariana Grande songs.
Doesn't even make a sound. My pain is music. Do you hear me? When we like new tattoos, and yet your favorite muse just simply disappears. One day I got you all over me. You love me like ecstasy.
Whoa.
You made me see colors I haven't seen for a while. But Friday it suddenly goes to me.
Ooh.
My wisdom is led to see. My voice plays in a taxi passing by. You don't deserve.
Why is this one of the best so far? And it's an interlude. Just like magic.
I want you to feel me. I wish someone could hear me.
What the flying fuck? That was an interlude? That was one of the best ones I've heard so far. What? That is exactly what I just said was missing, was that specificity, was that storytelling. Like, this is very clear in what it's doing, but it brings the vocals, it's bringing the production. The fact that that is a freaking interlude is genuinely insulting. Blind half the time I run through all your warning signs, acknowledging the fact that she's only seeing the positives, that she has done this in relationships in the past. It's something that she knows is a flaw of hers. I wonder why I answer each time. You call me when your numbers slide, and does it even make a sound? My pain is music. Do you hear me everywhere? I love when an artist, was it Ari who did it in another song, or Taylor on Invisible String is like, that was the blood of the song in the car on your first trip to LA. I love when like get meta like that. Monday I got you all over me. You love me like ecstasy. Make me see colors I haven't seen for a while, but Friday you're suddenly ghosting me. My wisdom has fled the scene. My voice plays in a taxi passing by. You don't deserve me. You don't, you never have, but I want you to feel me. I wish someone could hear me. That is poignant. Like, where has that been? Being an interlude is fucked up. And we're gonna need another intro End of the World extended mix again, because this deserves to be a full-length song. Why that idea was, I mean, granted, it doesn't need more because it packs such a punch, but that easily like one of the top ones on the album so far. Like I Do time. So punchy. She's back, baby.
Making friends with my consequence. Way up high like my consciousness.
Is she gonna rap?
My heels tall, my ego small, but I'm still Grandy.
Grandy? This is Thank You Next. She's back, baby. God, these harmonies. This production is grimy, filthy. I love this. I love this one. Oh, come on, bring it back. The combination of her vocals being so light and airy and up there in her upper register, and the production being so grounded and dirty. That juxtaposition is everything here. It's working. Oh, I want this to be so much longer. I feel like a kick-ass bridge and a belt at the end would make this go so hard. Damn, she's mad. Who at? Because if this is SpongeBob, boy, he's gonna be a fish out of water soon. This is brutal. I love that she takes ownership of it. That's so good. The name drop, Grandy. I mean, like, Grande, I guess it really is Grandy, but like, that's confirmation in case you were curious. I like that a lot. I love that she's maintaining her power throughout it all. Okay, so we have 3 songs left, which is crazy. So far, favorites are Petal, the title track, Oh Well, Warning Signs, and Like I Do. And I think Kiss Me maybe is 5th there. Never Get Over Me. feels nostalgic, like yours truly.
But you got me hooked up so crazy now. I've been dreaming of you. Can you make it come true? Boy, I got you under my skin. Oh, I know it's tempting to be in such close proximity to
Nice wordplay.
something so sweet. I won't let you forget how I feel. Come slip into something real for me. Then somehow every ex disappears. Oh, the vision is crystal clear. No, you'll never get over me. Yeah, yeah.
This is jazzy. Yeah, the R&B foundation like here is bringing me back to yours truly.
Grass is way greener since I've been beneath ya. I'll make sure
Damn, she's not holding back.
really counts. You'll be dreaming about the taste of me, but look at least I have a memory.
Where are we going?
I won't let you forget how I feel. Come slip into something real.
First belt on the album.
Get over me. Then somehow every ex disappears. Oh, the vision is crystal clear. No, you'll
Where has she been vocally, dude?
over me.
Yeah, it's good. Again, I mean, it's reminding me more of how I felt about like Freak, Big Feelings. Nothing crazy, nothing to run home about, but she sounds amazing. The songwriting's good. It's a good Ariana Grande song. It's a great pop song. I don't necessarily think it's arguably one of her best things she's ever done. I really like the production landscape. That is all I keep coming back to here. Even when the writing isn't like drawing as much of intensity and like focus as it has on Eternal Sunshine and some of her prior work, it's more just down the line. It works for me because of the landscape surrounding it, because of the way that she's delivering these vocals. There's so much like Dandelion, Yours Truly, Dangerous Woman energy baked in here. I like that she's coming from like a rageful place and is coming into something more sexual. It feels like the deluxe edition of Eternal Sunshine was like the real beginnings of this time for her between Dandelion and Past Life, like bringing that anger out and the drama. Let's go into Bad Thing, Bunny Hop. I'm interested what the title is going to be coming from. Sounds like I'm on the Olivia Rodrigo album. Whoa! Picking up the tempo for sure. Way more
I can
80s.
see it in your eyes. I see the way your whole vibe shift. So tell me why this feeling should be something to resist. I can read your body language, 'cause it never used to be like this. Feeling like a teenager, I guess I really needed ya. It's silly, but I wonder if you feel how I feel. Ooh, have you
Nice.
been this fine the whole damn time? This is a bad thing.
That guitar.
This is a bad thing. Oh, baby, you're a bad thing. This is a
Yeah, there's not a song like this in her discography.
the kind you've been making with your hands. Yeah, I can see you finally. Can't believe you've been right there. Meet you by the staircase where we fell in love as two-way twice.
Ah.
Feeling like a teenager, I guess I really needed ya. It's silly, but I wonder
Love the guitars on this.
how I feel. Ooh,
And the pop rock energy. The distorted guitar, all that comes back to me is Tame Impala.
Been cycling and spiraling the same shit. All this time I've been wasting. You really been such a good boy through all of this noise. The frequency's changing. And can you feel it in my body now? And can you hear it in me sound?
Help me back up.
'Cause it's too late to turn back now. Have you been this fine the whole time?
I'm so happy it's summer and this song exists.
This is
Did I miss where she calls this bunny hop or no? Why is this called bunny hop? That was great. When's the last time you got a pop rock moment from Ariana Grande, if ever? This song feels very in touch with itself. You have the songwriting matching and marrying the energy and the production with her vocal performance. It's fleeting. It's freeing. It's a new sentiment in her life, feeling like a teenager. That line encompasses everything here. The production feels like you're running through a field in the middle of the sun, basking down on you with the person you love running through that field. It reminds me of like Miley's Golden Burning Sun because of that guitar too and that same vision. Like, you know that this is a bad thing, but you're running headfirst into it. But it's interesting because lyrically she talks about on an earlier song, I forget which one, maybe Oh Well, that she knows that she has this pattern, that she does this thing by bringing people in and not like seeing past the red flags and the warning sign. But I love that she feels the freeness and the energy to go forth into it head first, like without the hesitations really. Feeling like a teenager, I guess I really needed you. It's silly, but I wonder if you feel how I feel. I feel like there's more eloquent ways that she's written that sentence in the past, but it goes with the carefree energy of the song, which is why I feel like this really works as a whole. I loved that, and I can't believe we're on the last song already. Nowhere Nobody, last one. That's rich sounding.
Hard to believe in a perfect
Her vocals are right up front
ending,
now. Why haven't they been the whole time?
but that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. I don't care about tomorrow. I love you right now. So deep,
Production's so good.
honey, there's no
Oh, the vocoder is back.
and there's nowhere with nobody else that I'd rather.
I love the dropout.
I'm taking you deep breaths, honey. There's nowhere,
These harmonies are
else
so,
that
you
I'd
get used to them, but you shouldn't because they're all so perfectly executed.
Voices in my head been trying to swallow
Bring back
me,
garage infusion from earlier.
I don't
With the
bite.
snake.
Yeah, I'm alright, yeah. Tell me why I keep on climbing just to reach the ground. Just deep
Beautiful.
breaths, honey.
So Imogen.
There's no
So Imogen here.
honey, and there's
I'm glad she brought this back.
nobody else that I'd rather.
Good Night and Go is like smiling so big right now.
Deep breaths, honey. Nobody else that I'd rather be.
Beautiful.
With deep breaths, now there's nowhere else to take, and there is nobody else that I'd rather be with.
I can't believe that's the album. I do not even know like where to possibly begin putting thoughts together because it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I can't wait to listen to this as I travel so much tomorrow. This was so great. Like, I am so happy with how this came out. I was very concerned after hearing Hate That I Made You Love Me. I just felt like it was a step in a direction that I wasn't personally interested in. It was a step that felt like it retreated themes from prior stuff that she had already done and had done better, both lyrically. The production didn't really do any favors for me. I think that she proved with Wicked that she can sing any note anywhere in the range in the register. With Hate That I Made You Love Me, it was so just straight monotone down the line that there is an art in that and it fits the vibe of the song, but the rest of the album doesn't match that for the most part, and I'm so happy that it's more of an outlier than a consistent run through because the rest of the album production wise is stellar. Like, I love the choices that her and Ilya made here. I love the experimental flourishes to it, that this doesn't sound like something, even though I was pointing out throughout every song there were reminiscent little moments of other songs or albums of hers. A lot of yours truly baked in here, a lot of Dangerous Woman obviously because it's a darker toned record. This is rivaling Sweetener in terms of like the experimental flourishes, and it was interesting how the experimental side of Sweetener was really Pharrell's stylings, whereas this feels more true to her than Ablazed, The Light Is Coming, stuff like that. Those choices were more experimental for the sake of being experimental, more jarring and like off-putting in a way, whereas these are way more palatable. And I love the distorted guitar work here, the speed garage elements that flushed in here, the R&B jazzier moments too. I love the production landscape, and again, like she's so talented vocally that you just get so used to hearing her add these stacks onto almost every word, and they just fit so perfectly like a puzzle piece in your ears that you don't even realize what you're listening to and how intricately layered and placed it is. And it is such an incredible thing to bear witness to. I will say the songwriting doesn't hit as much and as hard and as well as Eternal Sunshine did, because that was so much more deeply introspective and diaristic, whereas this was more so sharing like emotions, sentiments, not as picturesque, not as much visual imagery, which is fine. It's a different style. I just think that because you now know she can do that, that will always land a bigger punch more emotionally and connect you to your audience more so. It feels like she took a step back in that direction, but gave more to creating this cohesive body of work. Whereas Eternal Sunshine had like a true story, The Boy Is Mine, I Wish I Hated You, kind of stepping outside the zone of what a lot of the album ended up shaping up to be. But this is an album that's going to take time to like sink through. I already see that Pitchfork put up their review, and I don't even want to look at it because I don't want it to cloud anything remotely close to what I'm trying to say as poorly eloquently as I am. I think there are a lot of songs on Petal that are good Ariana Grande songs, great pop songs, but like not up there in the pantheon of some of her other work. The ones that feel a little bit more safe down the line for me, and granted that's based off one listen and I haven't processed the lyrics, haven't picked up on little production intricacies that I'm sure I will, but a song like Big Feelings was like more fun. Freak didn't hit as much as I thought it would. Never Get Over Me was fine. Kiss Me was beautiful in that choral melody, but the rest of it didn't really woo me. By far the strongest songs here. Petal title track, absolutely. Hit the nail on the head, perfect. Stay, I think I could get more into. I just think the chorus was too short at first and it threw me. Oh Well, I really liked. Warning Signs, the interlude. Like, in what fucking world is that an interlude? That needs to be an entire track. So we're doing Petal, we're doing Warning Signs. Like I Do is a smash. I loved that one. And then Bad Thing and Nowhere Nobody. The closing of this album was very well done. I definitely think it's not as strong as Eternal Sunshine. I don't think it's as, like, if I'm immediately placing it amongst her albums, I would probably put it fourth right now, behind, for me personally, Eternal Sunshine, Thank You Next, Sweetener. Maybe you could swap with Sweetener Moments, but this was very good. I'm very happy with this. I have a lot of time to process this on the plane tomorrow, so I'm going to think through everything again, but I feel excited, which I wasn't anticipating feeling that excited. And I'm really happy that I am leaving this listen this way, because I don't think Hate That I Made You Love Me, like, I get why it was the lead single. It works more production-wise within the landscape of the project. It makes sense in that way, but it still doesn't do anything for me really as a song as much as like a Petal or a Like I Do does. Even Bad Thing, like the pop rock there was so fun. Hats off, she did it. That is my first initial reaction to Petal by Ariana Grande. If you are not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, this is your sign to do so. If you're not already subscribed over on Substack to watch the complete full-length, unedited, uncut version of this reaction, it is exclusively there. It would mean the world to me if you subscribed on either platform, especially Substack. I appreciate you guys tuning in to watch, and I will see you all next time. Bye.